Okay, guys, let's get into this hair service. My client is color treated and she's natural. So, bringing her straight from cleansing her hair, hydrating her hair, and steaming it with hydration. Hydration adds up to 5 times more moisture than standard dryer heat. So, we definitely want to go with the most moisture option if available. I prefer to put most of my clients, if not all of them, under hydration during their shampoo. So here I am sectioning her hair out so that I'll have more control over each section that I am going to blow dry. Sometimes it's cool to detangle with your fingers, and then sometimes you'll need to use a tool. In this case, I'm very familiar with her hair, so I'm just going to try and detangle her hair with my fingers and section it off again, so I will have full control over the section that I will begin to blow dry. After tucked away, here I am just, adding a little bit more detangling throughout her hair. Her hair is extremely thick and beautiful. You just have to section it out so you can have control over the hair. So I'm just going through her hair up this section so that, again, I'll have more control, just detangling with my fingers. I have already sprayed her hair with a really good leave-in, so at this point, if I add any more product, it's going to be by way of water, and I would mist her hair to help with the blow dry process. So after I detangle, I am going to grab my blow dryer and start to blow dry her hair from ends to roots, just to ensure a thorough blow dry. Her hair is so thick, I don't know if y'all can see, like the clip is starting to come off, but nevertheless, I am going to go through this blow dry, making sure that I get every section of her hair blow dried thoroughly. I had to stop for a moment just because like I said before, her hair was so thick, it was coming out of the hole that I put it in. So I had to reclip that, adding one extra clip so it'll stay secure until I'm ready to move to that section. By this time, I'm going to go ahead and remist the hair just to rehydrate the hair, activate the leave-in that I previously sprayed. I want her blow dry to be easy, and I want to be able to maneuver through her ends easily. So there I am, blow drying her hair. Water will help maneuver through the hair. It helps you move more, it helps you flow through the hair better than dry for sure. So if after you have applied your product, such as your leave-in, and the hair tends to dry out, then you can always reapply water to the hair to reactivate the product, and it helps for a smooth blow dry. It kind of looked like I'm a little heavy-handed here, but trust me, she's like knocked out up there. But just going through the blow dry her hair again is really thick, so I'll have to just take my time and take sections to blow dry from ends to root so that it won't hurt her, and it'll just be an easy blow dry. If you can see her color was done a while ago, but it's so pretty, so season appropriate. It's gorgeous. So please don't ask me what the color was. I forgot. I'll have to look at my notes, but this is me just blow drying her hair. I'm trying to I had to make sure I got the nape area, because sometimes water can lay there and it'll still be wet. So just making sure to get a full, thorough blow dry. Once I complete blow drying her hair, I will then sit her under a cool hair dryer to allow her pores to kind of close up a bit and completely get her scalp dry. So that my next step would be to flat iron her hair on a dry scalp and dry hair. And that will ensure a really good silk press. I stopped for a moment there just to take the next section down because now I'm moving around to the next section and making sure I just get her nice and dry and blow dry it well. At this point, I have brought her from under the cool dryer where her scalp needed to dry. And I'm just applying a really good serum to her hair, making sure that I really saturate her ends where there is color treated. Of course, we know that the ends are the oldest part of the hair. I'm going to make sure I massage her scalp a bit just to show a little love to the scalp outside of the shampoo. Just want to give it a little bit of a bit of moisturizer to the scalp. A little bit of oil, which comes by way of the serum. So I'm just going to make sure I get her ends really good and make sure I go through her hair. I only used a little bit at this point because I use so little product. I'm continuing to use the product that's now on the palm of my hands just to make sure that every part of her hair has been covered with serum. And this is prepping for the silk press. I like to massage the scalp a bit just to make sure there's blood flowing, it's been stimulated, and it's gonna aid to her hair continuing to grow. I'm gonna section her hair off so that again I will have full control of the section that I'm working on. I'm going to insert the clip. Once I get to her ears, I will probably apply an ear cover so that my client will not have to hold her ear. That is just my preference. There's a such thing as ear holders, so I like to use them. This is me. I'm just going to apply a little bit of wax around her edges, her hairlines, so that once I press them out, they will lay nicely. It'll make for a good press around her hairline to lay them down. So I just go around and focus on her hairline, her roots. And once I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and go into her silk press of her hair. And once I make sure that I grab the edges from this part of her head. Her texture is like kind of normal, She has a bit of coil, so it's really it's easy to maneuver through, and its manageability is great to handle. So I'm gonna clip up the hair that I'm not flat ironing yet to get that out of my way, and then I will proceed to move into flat ironing the hair from the nape area first and moving my way up towards the occipital bone and kind of at the bottom or the back of the crown. And then thereafter, I'll move to another part of her hair. So I'm just going to go through and flat iron this part of her hair. Again, putting away the hair that I'm not ready to flat iron yet. And just taking really, really thin sections because I want the heat to be able to penetrate throughout the section of hair that I parted, making sure I'm applying even distribution of heat throughout her hair strands in the area that I'm working on. So I'll continue to do this until I move to another area of her head. Again, her hair is very thick, so no need in rushing the process. I will just take my time, still being, aware of time and time management, but I'll move through this pretty quickly, and then I'll move to another section of her head. Y'all, this video is it ended up being 23 minutes and 19 seconds. So just bear with me in any maybe dead spaces because I just want y'all to see the method of what I'm doing so that hopefully a visual with me talking will make more sense. So, yeah, again, here I am just going through her hair to do even passes throughout her hair, taking very thin sections, going from root to tip. You don't have to be in a race to flat iron the hair. You actually want to kind of go with a little bit of a slow motion, but a good flow. So you can, get your client in and out of the salon in a good amount of time. But I wanted y'all to see how well her hair is flat ironing. She received a really good shampoo and she received a really good conditioning treatment. I think I used Ginger Peach by Little Tree Beauty. Those products are amazing. I absolutely love them. It definitely gives hydration to the hair. It leaves the hair feeling super silky and strong, vibrant. It feels amazing. It feels like silk. So we love, love, love hydration and strong hair, healthy hair. So, yeah, this is me just making sure I get her pressed out, making sure y'all can see what I'm doing. You have a good view of the results. But her hair is like weightless right now. It looks really good. I've moved up a bit on her hair, her head. So I'm going to continue to flat iron until I get to the next area that I'm ready to work on. Making sure y'all can see really good. I had to adjust my camera a little bit. So I don't know if this is a better view or not, but I really want y'all to see how beautiful her color is and the quality of the flat iron process, because it gets the hair strands really silky. In addition, of course, to like how you treated the hair at the shampoo bowl. Again, hydration works wonders. I don't know if you can have too much hydration, but her flat iron, her silk press is coming out very, very nicely. I'm very satisfied with the results. Continuing to take small sections and just soaking her hair out. Her hair should definitely have movement at the end of the silk press. So, yeah. Again, this client is natural and she's color treated. I don't remember the exact formula for her color, but it is gorgeous. Y'all, please bear with me. I'm using a new app, so I'm really trying to learn how to do these voiceovers. They are not easy, but I wanted y'all to get a good view of what a healthy silk press looks like. A professional silk press looks like. So, if you can see, her hair is really, really thick, but it presses out so well. And it's weightless. It's hydrated, but it's weightless. And that's how silk press should be. You don't want your hair to be stiff or not move. So using the right products the right way makes a difference, as well as using the right tools. And so in a minute here, I'm going to move to another section and we're going to end up finishing this video soon. But while y'all are still here, this client is a loyal client of mine. She comes in every 2 weeks, like clockwork. So this is another reason why you're seeing the type of results that you are seeing. Her hair has been trained, so she can probably get her hair wet a little bit and, it still have a straightness to it because she comes so frequently. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to press her hair out. I have to comb through it because I be so excited, y'all. Like, ooh, the hair be so soft and it smells good and it feels good. Like, I'm all about results. I want your hair to give me a result when I work with it. And again, that comes from consistent visits. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of went out of frame right here. But I think coming up here, you'll see more of her hair as we're approaching her crown area and her two side areas. So you could just see how her silk press is doing and how healthy her hair is the more I flat iron it and the more I get towards her crown area. I'm using ceramic plates to flat iron her hair. Her texture is not super coarse, so I prefer to use ceramic on most hair textures. In the case that you have super coarse hair, I would probably up the temperature and maybe switch over to titanium plates. I think there's a tourmaline as well, but I like the ceramic plates. I like how it glides against the hair. The texture of the plate, yeah, it adds shine and it makes for a flowing flow throughout a silk press. So I decided to speed it up a little bit so we can go ahead and get through the silk press. And you can see the color. When I did do her color initially, I just went in because we wanted to brighten her up a bit. So I just went in and did like custom foiling in her hair. But this color is everything. I am in love with this color again. It's just like really season appropriate, and it's warm and it's yummy. It's everything. Like, it's just all the things, as they say. So I have now completed the silk press. Now I am going to go back through again, and I will section my client off so that I could do the finishing process on her. So I was kind of contemplating how I wanted to start her final steps, like how I wanted her hair to lay. So that could come by way of, when you flat iron the hair, or it could come by way of your finishing touches for the hair. So I'm going to go in and some medium to large sections and just give it a slight bump. She prefers her hair to be more straight, so we're just going to give her a slight bump. Not Dora bump, but just a slight bump, just to create a subtle feather look. So this is me just, again, with the final steps and just guiding and shaping and finessing the hair towards the end. It'll have movement, it'll have body, and it's going to have bounce. The hair has to move. So this is me just going through the final touches of her hair. You can see as I part her hair, y'all see how the highlights were placed in. And it looks more customized versus just bam, hey, I got hair. I have color in my hair. It actually looks like natural looking. I love her base. Is so it just looks so rich. I am in love with this girl's hair. So you can already see the movement in the hair. At this point, you definitely need to be able to see movement within the hair. So as I go throughout her hair, adding a subtle bump, I am building and creating volume by way of like how I'm holding the hair once I put in the final touches of the last feather, in addition to how I use the product that I use. So one thing I wanted to say, people will be like, well, what flat iron did you use? That's such a common question online. It's not the flat iron necessarily. It starts at the shampoo bowl. So it's what products did I use? How did I use the products? And are the ends trimmed? Like, it's a domino effect. It's not only just what flat iron did you use. So we use a really good professional grade product, and her ends are clean. And I blow dry her hair very well. Her scalp was dried completely. Her hair was dried throughout. And then I took thin sections with the flat iron. So that is what you see. It's not just what flat iron you used. So I just wanted to add that because I see that question a lot. And I'm like, the flat iron alone didn't do all this work. Like, it literally started at the bowl. You can see how her hair already has so much volume and like bounce. So when you move, your hair should move. And this is me just like finishing up the finishing touches of her hair, the final touches, and just again adding a slight bend. So we finished the hair, the silk press. This will last until her next appointment. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought I was finished, y'all. She has so much hair. This is the last section. We did put her part in a different place on this week. But this girl has great hair. And again, excuse me, just going through creating volume. It's going to be like maybe 2 more passes before I can start to comb through and show y'all like the volume and the gorgeousness of her hair is definitely healthy. When you trust your service provider, your results tend to come out very well. When you're consistent with whatever service provider, whatever service a service provider offers to you, whether it could be anything, you have good results. So I just finished the silk press. I'm going to apply a little bit of hairspray to her edges just to kind of tame them a bit. And I wanted to just comb through to show y'all like how nice her hair looks. I am in love with this girl's hair. I got a little static towards the end, but nevertheless, her hair feels amazing. It looks great. I mean, I am truly in love with this girl's hair. Any way that I comb it, you're just going to see body, bounce, and shine. I like to comb through to show y'all like the movement, the body, and the bounce, the placement of the highlights, you know. So not all clients want to be on camera, so I'm just sharing just enough, you know, of the hair and the process that it took us to get here, from me bringing her from the shampoo bowl to here. So yeah, this was really good. This was a good beauty service.